just shows that if we as a nation work together, yeah, it takes the chapters, it takes the local people, it takes the business people, the enterprises, it takes the branches. Everybody has to cooperate. You know, our division, our staff, and if we can all work together towards a vision, we can achieve a lot, yeah. And I think our people are looking at us and they have hope, yeah. We have entrepreneurs, we have aspiring entrepreneurs here, incubators, a lot of people here, and they have hope. Even this is not going to just benefit this development. This is going to benefit everybody, all the tourism businesses, all the communities in the area. So even by Hienits, and that we all were able to collaborate here. And you know, our CFO was saying that Navajo Nation is like a $20 billion enterprise. You know, and we're doing a lot of stuff everywhere. We're doing more of this kind of development in other places. So it's going to take a lot more cooperation, Shinanta. But before we turn it over to the president for his remarks and signing, I want to also give our speaker, Speaker Curley, we want to give you some time.
Mr. Skolonis, Ado Yate, Adenshik, Doshata Hanosiniki, She, Crystalline Curling, Shia, Ado Senjikin and Ishlan, the head Lini, Bashichi, Kia Ani, the Shiche, do the Fati Kia Ani, the Shinale, it's a Mato, a son in the Shna, Adon they Hana Holy Hede, you say Adet Nasha, Talanado, Tatagrana Host Ade, Adet Jishike. Ado di Nadine Ishla, Beshpata Sana, then Itinike Bayashke, Speaker of the 25th Navajo Nation Council. So, good morning to all of our relatives here. Thank you, President. It's a very wonderful and beautiful day to do this type of signing ceremony. John Lede Hotae, Kahasin Kahaswidon, Kizani Hota, Dankina Haska, Haid Ishin Junoko, Jod Lehiki, Biniko. And you know, it's a good morning to celebrate this type of momentous achievement as a whole government. So just a little facts on some of the legislation. This legislation was a hard battle. Kodo Shiyaj, Mr. Honorable Herman Daniels never gave up on this legislation. So this was a second attempt, and it takes a lot of advocacy, it takes a lot of effort to see eye to eye with your colleagues. 24 and he did his part of getting the support and some of our colleagues had the opportunity to come here. You know, the first step of something this huge, it has to be supported by our Navajo Nation Council. The legislation is, started with a thought process. They had Heshian Sades Kes, the Adol Nito, the Nahato Neto, Be or Nishtole, Hotashi Hotot need. Somebody had that little thought of buying this whole property and being able to manage it, and it just grew and grew. So now we're at the part of the tail end of this whole big celebration of a big accomplishment. And sometimes they always say tribal council is always something hard to pass through, but Kadosh Yaj, thank you for your bravery, and you're presenting the legislation. You get a lot of critiques, you get a lot of questions, and this is what that legislation went through during the debate process. All the answers from A to Z was questioned and answered. So I want to thank everybody here for the whole team that brought in that effort, Ms. Young and her team, and also Mr. Halona. He was there as well when this legislation was debated during the 2023 Fall Council session. And it's very ironic because we are in our 100th annual of our council too. when council was created, it was created to pass leases for oil, for different type of natural resources. And 100 years later, we're totally changing our outlook on our future and how we want to provide for our children. We're looking towards different type of economic opportunities to bring back revenues back to our people. And that is the huge idea of this whole Gouldings property, is not only for ourselves but for the community here being able to flourish. And if you just look around, just a few steps away, you can just see our hogans. But now, being able to have our people being welcome here and being able to, be part of this growth, be part of this huge community here, something for the next 100 years. It was up on CK. So we really want to thank my colleagues of the 25th Navajo Nation Council. So this legislation passed by 18 in favor and 4 opposed, and it had a overall general big huge support. So we had a motion that was Honorable George Toll from Eastern Agency. So he was the first one to motion for the legislation to be discussed. Honorable Helena Nesbitt did the second, and that's how this whole legislation played out on the floor. So it was something great to see, and being able to see something that's for the future, for our children and for the community. Being able to work together and being able to come together for one vision is basically to provide services and to think 10 years, 20 years ahead, and 50 years ahead. This is what we envision here for today. So again, Honorable Daniel Shiaj, great job, well done. And to his whole team, his chapter officials, and thank you, President, for being able to sign today. We'll cover the veto line. But it's great to be working with the President and Vice President that see same vision. And that's bridging council and executive branch together, is being able to agree on big projects, agree to provide more revenue for our people. So that is the type of working relationships that we have, and we continue to look forward for more opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you.